There's a specific way sigma males make eye contact that makes alpha males deeply uncomfortable. It's not aggressive. It's not a staring contest. But something about it throws their entire dominance game off balance. And once you understand how this works, you'll see it everywhere. Most guys think eye contact is about dominance, about who can stare longer without looking away, about establishing yourself as the alpha by refusing to break eye contact first. That's the alpha playbook, and it's exhausting. The sigma male does something completely different. His eye contact isn't about winning or losing. It's about observation, calibration, and complete comfort with himself. And that difference is exactly what makes alphas so uncomfortable around him. Today I'm breaking down the specific eye contact techniques that sigma males use, why they're so effective, and how they create a psychological effect that even dominant personalities can't quite handle. Oh, and by the way, I've got something very special for you. Sigma's Black Book of Untouchable Power. It's an ebook that contains the forbidden secret knowledge that will turn you into the man others fear and respect. Warning: this will be deleted soon. The elite don't want you to see this. Grab it in the description section or pinned comment below. Let's get into this. Technique 1. The delayed engagement. So this is the first thing you'll notice about how a sigma male uses eye contact. He doesn't immediately lock eyes with everyone who enters his field of vision. When an alpha walks into a room, he makes immediate eye contact with everyone to establish his presence. I'm here. Acknowledge me. Respect my dominance. It's territorial behavior. The sigma male does the opposite. When someone enters his space, he doesn't immediately engage. He continues what he's doing for a moment. Maybe he finishes his thought, completes his sentence, takes another sip of his drink. Then, when he's ready, he looks up and makes eye contact. This tiny delay communicates something powerful. It says, "You don't control when I give you my attention. I give it when I choose to give it, not when you demand it." For an alpha male who's used to immediate acknowledgement of his presence, this is deeply unsettling. His entrance didn't create the reaction he expected. He didn't get that instant eye contact that confirms his dominance in the social hierarchy. And the thing is, the sigma isn't trying to disrespect him. He's just genuinely finishing what he was doing before redirecting his attention. But to the alpha, it feels like a power play. Which, in a way, it is. Just not an intentional one. The delayed engagement communicates that the sigma operates on his own timeline, not on social cues about when he's supposed to acknowledge someone's presence. And that throws off the entire dominance dynamic. Technique 2. The calm assessment gaze. When the sigma male finally does make eye contact, there's a specific quality to it that's different from both alpha dominant stares and beta submissive glances. His eyes are calm, almost neutral. There's no aggression, no challenge, no hostility. But there's also no deference, no submission, no looking away nervously. He's just looking at you, observing you, taking you in. This is what I call the assessment gaze. He's not trying to dominate you with his eyes. He's reading you. He's calibrating. He's gathering information about who you are and what you're about. For an alpha male, this is incredibly uncomfortable because it doesn't fit into his mental framework of eye contact. You're either challenging him, which means it's a competition, or you're submitting to him, which means he won. But the sigma is doing neither. The sigma's eyes communicate curiosity without neediness, observation without judgment, presence without agenda. It's the eye contact equivalent of a scientist studying something interesting under a microscope. Not hostile, just genuinely observant. And what makes this so powerful is that alphas can't read it. They don't know if they're being challenged or not. They don't know if they should escalate or not. The ambiguity itself is the intimidation factor. Most people's eye contact reveals their emotional state: fear, aggression, attraction, discomfort. But the Sigma's calm assessment gaze reveals nothing except awareness and presence. And that's deeply disarming to people who are used to reading emotional tells. Technique 3, the comfortable break. This might be the most important technique, and it's the one most guys get completely wrong. The Sigma male breaks eye contact whenever he wants to, without it meaning anything. Think about how most men handle eye contact. The Alpha refuses to break eye contact first, because breaking means losing. The Beta breaks eye contact quickly because he's uncomfortable. Both of these behaviors give eye contact way too much meaning. The Sigma male treats eye contact like any other part of a conversation. He makes it when it's natural, breaks it when it's natural, and doesn't attach any dominance or submission meaning to either action. He might look away to think about what you said. He might glance at something you're referencing. He might break eye contact to take a drink or check his phone. And none of these actions feel like submission because they're clearly not motivated by discomfort. This is what I mean by the comfortable break. When he looks away, his body language stays relaxed. His posture doesn't shrink. His energy doesn't change. He just redirected his eyes to something else for a moment, and then naturally comes back when appropriate. For an alpha male who's been trained to see eye contact as a dominance battle, this is confusing as hell. The Sigma just broke eye contact, which should mean submission, but nothing about his energy suggests he submitted. He didn't lose the staring contest. He just stopped participating in it because he never thought it was a contest to begin with. This communicates a level of security that's actually higher than the alpha's aggressive eye contact maintenance. The alpha needs to win the eye contact battle. The Sigma doesn't need to win or lose because he's not playing that game at all. Technique 4, the selective intensity. Now, the Sigma male isn't always using neutral, calm eye contact. Sometimes he uses intense eye contact. But the key difference is when and why he uses it. The alpha uses intense eye contact constantly as a dominance display. His default setting is aggressive eye contact with everyone to establish his position in the hierarchy. The Sigma uses intense eye contact selectively only when something genuinely engages his full attention, or when he needs to communicate something important. And because he uses it rarely, when he does use it, the impact is much stronger. Imagine you're in a conversation with a Sigma male, and he's been using that calm, observant eye contact. Then you say something that genuinely interests him, or contradicts something he believes, and suddenly his eye contact intensifies. His gaze sharpens. You have his complete, undivided attention. This selective intensity is powerful because it's authentic. It's not a dominance display, it's genuine engagement. And people can feel the difference. For an alpha male, this is threatening because the Sigma just deployed intense eye contact without any of the usual dominance signals. There's no aggression, no challenge, no territorial behavior, just sudden, complete attention. And the alpha doesn't know how to respond to that. The alpha's intensity is constant, so it becomes background noise. The Sigma's intensity is rare, so when it appears, it captures attention immediately. And attention is power. Technique 5, the listening gaze. This technique separates Sigma males from almost everyone else. When a Sigma is listening to you speak, his eye contact is completely different from his eye contact when he's speaking. When most people talk, they maintain steady eye contact to keep your attention and establish their point. When they listen, their eye contact becomes less focused because they're thinking about what they want to say next. The Sigma male does the opposite. When he's speaking, his eye contact is comfortable, but not necessarily constant. He looks away to think, to reference things, to gather his thoughts. But when he's listening, his eye contact is steady and completely present. This listening gaze communicates something rare. I'm actually hearing you, not waiting for my turn to talk, not thinking about my response. Actually listening to what you're saying right now. For an alpha male who's used to people either submitting to his dominance or competing for speaking time, this creates a strange dynamic. The Sigma isn't fighting for conversational control, but he's also not being dominated. He's just present. And being truly present is its own form of power. The alpha might dominate the conversation by talking over people and maintaining aggressive eye contact while speaking. But the Sigma's steady, attentive listening gaze makes the alpha feel seen in a way that's actually more intimidating than being challenged. Because when someone truly sees you, truly pays attention, they're gathering information. They're understanding you. And understanding is tactical advantage. Technique 6. The unbothered peripheral awareness. This is a subtle technique, but incredibly effective. The Sigma male maintains peripheral awareness of his environment while engaged in direct eye contact with someone. When an alpha is making aggressive eye contact, he's completely focused on winning that interaction. His entire attention is on establishing dominance with the person in front of him. This creates tunnel vision. The Sigma maintains eye contact in a way that's engaged but not consuming. He's present with you, but he's also aware of the room, the environment, other people's energy. His attention isn't desperately focused on any single interaction. This comes across in his eye contact through micro movements. He might maintain steady eye contact with you while someone walks past, and you can tell he registered their presence without breaking focus on your conversation. He's not startled by environmental changes because he was already aware of them. For an alpha male, this is unsettling because it suggests the Sigma isn't fully engaged in the dominance battle. He's not putting all his attention into the interaction because he doesn't view it as a high-stakes competition. He's just having a conversation while remaining aware of everything else around him. This peripheral awareness communicates security and situational mastery. The Sigma doesn't need to fixate on any single person or interaction because he's comfortable managing multiple streams of information simultaneously. Technique 7. The emotion-neutral mirror. This technique is advanced but incredibly powerful. The Sigma male's eye contact tends to stay emotionally neutral, regardless of what emotion the other person is broadcasting. If someone is being aggressive with their eye contact, the Sigma doesn't match their aggression. If someone is being nervous and breaking eye contact constantly, the Sigma doesn't adjust his behavior to make them more comfortable. He maintains the same calm, observant, present eye contact regardless of what the other person is doing. This creates what I call the emotion-neutral mirror. Whatever emotion you bring to the interaction, the Sigma reflects back neutrality. Not coldness, just calm presence. And this has a stabilizing effect on interactions. For an alpha male who's using aggressive eye contact to establish dominance, the Sigma's neutral response doesn't give him anything to push against. It's like trying to start a fight with someone who won't fight back, but also won't submit. There's no leverage point. The alpha escalates his intensity, and the Sigma's eye contact stays calm. The alpha tries to stare him down, and the Sigma just continues observing neutrally. Eventually, the alpha realizes his dominance tactics aren't working, which makes him either escalate to unreasonable levels and look unstable, or back down and lose frame. Either way, the Sigma wins by not playing. His emotion-neutral eye contact creates a psychological environment where dominance displays look unnecessary and slightly ridiculous. You might be wondering why these techniques specifically intimidate alpha males rather than other personality types. It's because they disrupt the entire framework alphas use to navigate social situations. Alphas understand the world through dominance hierarchies. They need to know where they stand in relation to everyone else. Are they above this person or below? Do they need to establish dominance or acknowledge superiority? The Sigma's eye contact refuses to participate in that framework. He's not trying to dominate. He's not submitting. He's just there, present, observant, comfortable. And this breaks the Alpha's mental model of how interactions are supposed to work. It's like showing up to play chess, and your opponent just starts stacking the pieces into interesting patterns instead of playing the game. You came to compete, and they're not competing, but they're also not forfeiting. They're doing something else entirely that you don't have rules for. That's what the Sigma's eye contact does to an Alpha. It refuses to play the dominance game while also refusing to submit to it. And that ambiguity, that unreadable quality, that's what creates the intimidation factor. The Alpha's entire toolkit of dominance behaviors doesn't work on someone who isn't playing the dominance game. And realizing that your tools are useless is intimidating, regardless of how confident you normally are. So what's actually happening psychologically when a Sigma male uses these eye contact techniques? First, there's the power of authenticity. The Sigma's eye contact isn't performed. He's not thinking about how to position his eyes to create an effect. He's just naturally present and observant, and his eye contact reflects that authentic state. Authentic behavior is always more powerful than performed behavior because people can sense the difference. When someone's eye contact is genuine rather than strategic, it communicates security and self-possession. Second, there's the power of non-reaction. By not reacting to other people's eye contact intensity, the Sigma creates what psychologists call an extinction burst situation. The Alpha's dominance displays aren't getting the reaction they're designed to get, which makes him try harder, which still doesn't work, which eventually makes him question whether his dominance is real. Third, there's the power of selective engagement. Because the Sigma doesn't make all eye contact equal, when he does engage intensely, it has meaning. And because most of his eye contact is calm and observant, people don't build up resistance to it the way they do with constant intensity. Fourth, there's the power of comfort. The Sigma's obvious comfort with eye contact, making it, breaking it, adjusting it, communicates deep self-security. And self-security is the ultimate form of power because it can't be taken away. All of these mechanisms combine to create eye contact that's simultaneously non-threatening and commanding, passive and powerful, neutral and intense. If you're reading this, thinking, I want to develop this kind of eye contact, there's good news and bad news. The bad news is you can't fake it. If you try to perform Sigma eye contact as a technique, people will sense the performance and it won't work. It'll just be another dominance display, which defeats the entire point. The good news is you can develop it authentically by working on the underlying psychology that creates this eye contact naturally. Start by letting go of the idea that eye contact is a competition. It's not a test you pass or fail. It's not a battle you win or lose. It's just a form of communication and connection. Practice genuine curiosity about people. When you're actually interested in understanding someone, your eye contact naturally becomes more observant and less aggressive. Get comfortable with silence and stillness. The Sigma's calm eye contact comes from being comfortable in his own skin. If you're anxious or uncomfortable, your eyes will reflect that regardless of what techniques you try to use. Stop seeking validation through eye contact. Don't use eye contact to prove you're confident or dominant or worthy. Just use it to see people clearly and allow yourself to be seen clearly. Develop your peripheral awareness. Practice noticing your environment while maintaining focus on specific tasks. This trains your brain to handle multiple streams of information simultaneously. And most importantly, work on your genuine self-security. The Sigma's eye contact is powerful because it reflects genuine internal stability. Build that stability, and the eye contact will follow naturally. The Sigma male's eye contact intimidates alphas not because it's more aggressive or dominant, but because it operates on a completely different paradigm. It's not about winning or losing, dominating or submitting. It's about genuine presence, observation, and comfort with yourself. When you're truly comfortable with who you are, your eye contact reflects that. It's steady without being aggressive. Present without being needy. Observant without being judgmental. And that quality of presence is more powerful than any dominance display could ever be. The alpha tries to win every interaction. The Sigma just shows up as himself, and that authenticity is what makes him ultimately more formidable. If you've ever noticed yourself in situations where your calm presence seemed to throw off more aggressive personalities, drop a comment with the word presence and share your experience. And if you want to understand more about operating as a Sigma male in a world full of alpha dominance games, hit that subscribe button. I break down this psychology every single week. Until next time, stay present, stay authentic, and let your eyes reflect who you actually are.